As expected, during the CS2 major, we're not getting any major updates. However, over the past week we have received a few things, so I'll go over what has changed. I'll also talk about why low graphics settings in CS2 don't always give you the smoothest experience, why this major's playoffs could be one of the most legendary in recent years, how scammers can trick you using neural networks, and much more. Leave a like right now and let's get started. Let's begin as usual with an update that didn't even have patch notes on the official website. Yeah, I know I'm a bit late with this news since the update dropped on Wednesday, but I just have to talk about this absolutely legendary update. The only thing we technically got in this 40 MB patch were new weekly missions. For example, win 7 rounds or play 15 rounds on the map agency, and well, that's pretty much it. Okay, I'm kind of lying. Along with that, we also got access to the pick'em predictions for stage 3, which is ending very soon, but we'll get back to that later, and since it's ending soon, it means we're very close to receiving an update that will unlock the final playoff stage, which starts on the 19th, by the way. Also, in that tiny patch, they added a few new lines for the chat wheel, and that's literally it. Now let's move on to more interesting stuff. For example, Tor reported that although low graphics settings in Counter-Strike 2 are generally considered the best, since they give you the most FPS without sacrificing much quality, there's one particular setting that, if left on, will completely ruin your visuals, so make sure you turn that one off. Still, completely low settings don't guarantee you the smoothest experience. According to Tor's testing, the average FPS was indeed higher at the lowest settings, but the 1% low FPS, which is just as important for visual smoothness, actually performed worse than on medium settings. Moreover, the frame time, which also impacts how smooth the game feels, reducing stutters and freezes, was significantly better on medium and high graphics settings than on low. And yeah, of course, this isn't some absolute rule you have to follow. Your results may vary depending on your specific PC setup, but for example, Tor personally recommends using at least 2 times MSAA anti-aliasing. Personally, I always use that too, and if you're playing with a low 4:3 resolution, he recommends 4 times MSAA for smoother visuals. If you've always played with anti-aliasing off, you can try enabling it and let us know if it feels better, or if you notice any input lag, for instance. Normally, I don't talk much about esports in my videos, but during majors a lot of interesting things happen. One of the biggest is that 3 of the best players from recent years have all made it into the playoffs. Specifically, Ziwu was the #1 player in 2019, 2020 and 2023, Simple, who held the top spot in 2018, 2021 and 2022, and Donk, who was HLTV's #1 for 2024. And starting June 19th, all 3 of these top-tier players will be battling it out in the playoffs, so yeah, we'll be watching closely. Now let's talk about how scammers are using pro players to trick people. Fraudsters are making fake videos featuring pro players that look surprisingly realistic, and if somehow in 2025 you still haven't heard about neural networks and deepfakes, you might actually fall for one of these fake ads. These scams often appear on YouTube, claiming to give away skins, but of course they give away nothing. The only thing you'll end up with is losing your Steam account after clicking a link, signing up, or interacting with one of these fake sites. Yes, I know many of you will say, well, that's obviously fake, but people still fall for it, so I had to bring it up. Here's a pretty funny bit of news involving Donk. While in America, he's been playing on North American Faceit servers and some weird stuff is happening there. How about this for a stat? Donk dropping 65 kills in a single match. Sure, it went to overtime, but still 65 frags and 25 deaths. That's a 2.6 KD. Basically, he was smurfing, his team had several players with around 2500 ELO, and the enemy team also had 3 players around 2500 ELO, way below his level. So of course he went off, and actually this isn't even the first time, it's happened before where he dropped something like 67 kills in a game. And finally, let's talk about one thing that really annoys a lot of players, including me. There's currently no way to disable custom view models of the players you're spectating. Tor pointed this out and suggested adding a console command for it. Honestly, I didn't even realize that this wasn't a feature in CS2 yet, but Tor showed in his video what the settings should look like, so Valve, please just add it. That's it for today. I'm Ravil, don't forget to like and subscribe, and see you in the next damn video.